A new craze is seducing couples across Uganda. In a quest to show off newfound wealth or status and in a race to outdo their neighbours, brides and grooms are going to extremes on their big day. Ugandan weddings are now big business. Big dresses, big venues and big bills.
I'm on the shores of Lake Victoria. I'm here to witness one of the biggest weddings in Kampala in recent weeks.
Over 250,000 couples are getting married every year in Uganda. But in a country where the average annual income is just over $700, many people are spending a small and sometimes unaffordable fortune on their wedding.
You feel like your husband cannot provide. You feel like you really made a mistake.
Rita Sekamate is an up-and-coming wedding planner in Kampala.
So this is the place I was telling you about.
She started her own events company 3 years ago. Rita is meeting Viola, a bride-to-be, for a very special appointment.
That's lovely.
Just because this has a touch of white and has a touch of champagne, but then it has a lot of embroidery.
You don't like the embroidery?
No.
Wow.
Something, yeah, I know, a bit complicated.
We shall get there. This, no.
How's that?
It looks so nice.
Yay.
I love the fact that it just holds your waist so nicely.
I can't breathe.
We are going to try millions till we get what you want. Okay, this is the first gown. Wow. It's really nice. How much does that crown go for?
200.
200,000?
Yeah.
Only?
Yeah, only.
Buying it?
Buying it.
200,000?
200,000.
I don't believe you.
Rita is one of an estimated 130 wedding planners in the capital.
You can do lots better than that.
Yeah. How is it?
Shoot me!
How's my choice?
I think we shall get it for your mother.
Wedding planners, bridal salons, and a range of new businesses are all profiting from the new, more modern approach to getting married, the big white wedding.
Okay, so we've fallen in love with this gown. If she wanted to just buy it and take it away, how much would that?
Around 4.5.
4.5.
$1,500.
$1,500.
Yes, sir.
That would be perfect.
Thank you so much. Can you say yes to that dress?
Rita's workload is increasing. She now usually works one wedding every weekend.
In Uganda, getting married is a big deal. It's an achievement, I would say. Since I started this business about 3 years ago, the wedding business has really changed a lot. It's really a lucrative business right now. More and more clients are getting interested in wedding planning. When they attend their friends' weddings and they just turn out so well, and their friends are like, I got a planner. They're like, I should get a planner for my wedding.
Rita has noticed a marked trend towards bigger, ever more lavish weddings.
5 years ago, you would talk to somebody and you're like, look here, 80 people are enough. Be like, yeah, it's about me getting married. Today, 80 people, are you serious?
Bride Joyce Nakate has invited 1,500 guests. Today, she's getting married to her high school sweetheart, Ronald Keswa. The couple had a traditional union 10 years ago, but like many Ugandans, they now want a second ceremony, a big white wedding.
This morning, I'm on the shores of Lake Victoria. I'm here to witness one of the biggest weddings in Kampala in recent weeks. It's organized by Rosie Roots Events, and Rosie Roots organizes lavish big parties, so this is gonna be huge.
Now, put a show.
Rita has come to meet and observe one of the most successful wedding planners in the country. Over the last 10 years, Andrew Kawesa has built a reputation organising the most extravagant weddings.
About the figures, roughly how much went into this wedding?
They spend like 300 millions to 400.
Wow, that's interesting. That's about over $100,000.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It took us like 3 months to organize this wedding. It's a big team, you know, and this is like walkover. We do this every time. We have a video team. We are like 20 people, decoration like 30. So it's a big team, like 100 people all together.
Okay.
Yes, that's nice, that's nice.
Wow, that dress looks so beautiful on her. It complements her so well. I could say it goes for about 8 million Uganda shillings, or that's about $2,500.
The couple move on to Uganda's oldest cathedral for their religious ceremony, as some of their wedding guests begin to pour into the reception.
This is even bigger than I expected. It's so huge. We even have national TV right here capturing this lavish wedding. We have some of the biggest cars in Kampala over there. The decor is lovely. It cost over $9,000 US. You can imagine. That's really huge.
Oran is out of what?
Kitiwa kya Mukama. Nade sikisuubira bwe kiti. Naye bambi abatesitesi naffe kitwakitaddemu nnyama twakiteekera kati omwaka mulamba nga tutegeka embaga eno.
You may think Joyce and Ronald's reception could rival a royal wedding, but the couple are part of a new wave of successful Ugandan entrepreneurs. They run 2 thriving retail businesses and a restaurant in Kampala, earning them an annual income of 800 million Ugandan shillings, $200,000 US. 5-star venues, production crews, fireworks, 6-tier cakes, their very own thrones, and caterers serving a feast for all the guests. These are just some of the things couples across Uganda now request on their wedding day. Such demand is fueling the growing wedding industry. People like Rita, Andrew, and decorator Asha are all reaping the benefits.
So Asha, tell me, how much do you charge for such amazing decor?
We charge donuts 50 million Ugandan shillings. Roughly, it's an estimate of 15,000 US.
Do you think weddings have changed a lot over the years from 10 years ago? How have they changed?
Of course, they've really changed. Initially, we didn't have all this. We didn't have lighted tables. We didn't have those flowers we are importing from Nairobi. We didn't have that art and creativity to really go an extent of purchasing something from India or China to recreate that effect here.
And at a wedding where no expense has been spared, it's no surprise the entertainment is a national treasure.
Okay, that's Geoffrey Rita, one of the most expensive musicians in Uganda.
But not all couples opting for second ceremonies and big white weddings can afford it. Rita is meeting a couple who've been facing challenges since their 2 wedding ceremonies.
So right now I'm on my way to visit my old clients. I did their wedding last year, Moses and Joanne. They're such a lovely couple, but right now they're going through some financial difficulties because of the expenses they had to incur for their wedding. They had to go into debt. It has greatly affected their marriage, so I'm going to check on them and see how they are progressing.
Father, in Jesus' name, we thank you because you're good God, you're gracious God.
33-year-old Moses is a pastor whose livelihood is dependent on community donations. His 27-year-old wife, Joan, is a new mum. She works odd jobs when she can.
Moses, tell me, why were you under so much pressure to have this big wedding?
First and foremost, because of my position as a pastor and as a man of God in community and in society and even in church as well. I had to give them what they expected from me. So I wish I listened to what you told me, the advice of doing something that is quite minimal, but I had no choice. If I had a chance to do it again, I'd really do it much better and at a more affordable cost within my means.
Moses and Jones spent $10,000 on their wedding ceremonies, half of which went towards the bride price. They still owe $4,000.
I had friends and family, a few of them rather, that had to support me through it all. They had to give me some money. It's been so challenging, Rita. Like at times you could really feel like hell. When all these debts are settled, like I'll finally feel my husband is now at peace.
The situation has been so tense to me as a man, as a father, and as a husband, also as a pastor. Sometimes you end up feeling like you're not worth it enough. You end up doing different sacrifices to put food on the table. Like some days, I used to tell my wife that, I'm fasting.
Oh.
In order for her to have a meal that we couldn't share, both of us. It has brought a lot of stress and strain and a lot of pressure on me, even between me and my wife.
Basically, with stress, you can develop depression as a wife. You feel like your husband cannot provide. You feel like you really made a mistake. But sometimes we really get off the hook and we kind of fight over financial issues.
I think that's such a horrible impact that anyone could ever choose to have. Yeah, because of poor planning, and I can call it extravagance on a wedding day. Serve me, O God, for the waters are coming to my soul.
As a leader of his community, Moses wants to know what can be done to prevent other couples ending up in a similar situation. He's heard a group of politicians are proposing a change in the law to regulate weddings and support young couples getting married. Monica Amoding is an MP leading the campaign.
There has to be regulation indeed, regulation of marriages so that we don't commercialize and make it a business per se. As a country, we have not moved faster to address the costs embedded in celebrating the various types of marriages. Customary marriage, civil marriage, and the church marriage. And that's why we are working together as members of parliament to streamline these types of marriages and provide for the basic requirements which are acceptable under the law.
I'm really so much interested in hearing what the parliamentarians are really discussing about it.
The MPs are also proposing a legal change to the tradition of bride price in an effort to reduce wedding costs.
The first thing that we require is that bride price doesn't have to be paid. And if it is paid, it should not be refundable as it has been.
As couples across Uganda decide on how they wish to celebrate their marriage, they'll each find their unique way of balancing tradition and the allure of the big white wedding.